Hello friends, in our previous lecture on solutions, we discussed in detail about various methods by which we can express the concentration of solutions. Today we will do some numericals based on those methods. So let us quickly revise those methods. So you can see the detail in my previous lecture of solutions and I have kept the link in the description section. So the first method was percentage by mass. And here I want to say to all of you that please make sure that these definitions are very important, even more important than the various formulas, because the formulas are derived from these definitions. So today I will try to solve all the numericals based on the definitions of various methods to express the concentration. So let us quickly revise this definition. So percentage by mass. This means amount of solute in grams dissolved per 100 grams of solution, and this definition applies to both solid in liquid as well as liquid in liquid solutions. Next is percentage by volume. Next method by which we can express the concentration, but it has different meaning for solid in liquid solutions, which states that mass of solute in grams present in 100 ml. Cc means cubic centimeter. It is equal to 1 ml. 100 ml of solution. But for liquid in liquid solution, the definition is volume of solute in ml present in 100 ml of solution. Strength. Next is strength. Strength is mass of solute in grams dissolved per liter of the solution. Next is molarity. Molarity is given by number of moles of solute present per liter of the solution. So please make sure that in all the methods we are talking per solution. So molarity mathematically it is given by number of moles of solute dissolved divided by volume of the solution in liters. And number of moles are given by the formula mass of solute dissolved divided by molecular mass of the solute. Next concentration term is molality, which is denoted by small m. It is defined as the number of moles of solute dissolved per 1000 gram, or we can say per kilogram of solvent. Now be careful, this method is different from previous methods because here we have per kilogram of solvent. In all the previous methods it was per solution. Here it is per solvent. So mathematically it is given by moles of solute dissolved divided by mass of solvent in grams multiplied by 1000, and it can also be given as moles of solute dissolved divided by mass of solvent in kg. If mass is given in kg, you can directly use this formula. It is if it is in grams, you can use this formula because this factor is used to convert grams to kilogram. So again I will repeat that instead of these formulas, please try to remember this definition, because all these formulas they are derived from these definitions, and I will try to solve the numericals based on these definitions. You can also use formulas. It is up to you, whichever you feel comfortable you can use that. Next is mole fraction. Mole fraction is defined as number of moles of component whose mole fraction is calculated, whose mole fraction we have to calculate divided by total number of moles of all the components. Similar to mole fraction, we have mass fraction, which is given by mass of the component whose mass fraction is calculated. We have to calculate it divided by the total mass of the solution. So we have already discussed all these terms in detail in our previous lecture. So please see that lecture for details. Today we just will do the numericals based on these concentration methods. So let us try to do the numerical. So here goes the first numerical, and please keep in mind that to solve numerical, the first thing is that you have to read the statement very carefully. Second method is write whatever is provided to you in the statement. And third, see what the statement has asked you to find and try to remember the definition or formula by which you can do the numerical. So let us first read the first numerical. It states that sterile saline solutions containing NaCl in water are often used in medicine. So this is just a statement. Now he says that calculate the weight percent. So we have to calculate weight percent of NaCl in a solution which is made by 4.6 gram of NaCl in 500 gram pure water. So let us see first what it is given to us. Then we will see how we can find the weight fraction. First thing that is given to us is weight of weight of NaCl NaCl, sorry, pure weight of pure NaCl, it is equal to 4.6 gram. Second thing is given, to prepare solution they have added 500 gram pure water. So weight of water, it is equal to 500 gram. Now a solution is made by adding NaCl to water. So we can write weight of solution, it is equal to weight weight of NaCl plus weight of water. It comes out to be equal to, which is equal to 500. Weight of NaCl is, sorry, 4.6 plus 500, and it is equal to 504.6. So it is the weight of solution. Now we have to calculate the weight percent of NaCl. So what was the definition of weight percent? It was weight of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solution. Now we just have to calculate the amount of solute in 100 gram. Let us see how we can calculate. We can simply calculate it by applying unitary method. Now, according to the statement given, it states that 504.6 gram of water, it contains how much solute? 4.6 gram. So we can write it that 504.6 gram of solution contains NaCl is equal to 4.6 gram. So we can calculate 1 gram of solution contains NaCl is equal to, we will apply the unitary method. It is 4.6 and divided by 4.6 divided by weight of solution is 504.6. So this we get, this is the amount of solute present in 1 gram of the solution. Now we have to calculate it for, in order to calculate weight percent, we have to calculate for 100 gram. So we will say 100 gram of solution contains NaCl is equal to 4.6 divided by 4.6 divided by 504.6 504.6 and multiplied by, you tell me, it is 100. So this is the amount of NaCl present per 100 gram of the solution. If you solve it, it will come out to be equal to you can easily solve it. It will come out to be 0.91%. So that was what we have to calculate. So we have simply calculated it by applying the definition of weight percent, which states that amount of NaCl present in 100 gram of solution. And from the numerical what we had that 504.6 gram, this much solution contains this much NaCl. We just had to apply the unitary method. So we applied the unitary method. We said 504.6 gram solution contains NaCl. 4.6 gram, 1 gram will contain 4.6 divided by 504.6, and we have to calculate for 100 gram of solution, which comes out to be 4.6 divided by 504.6 multiply by 100, and if you solve it, it will come out to be 0.91%. So this is the weight percent of NaCl that we have to calculate. So that's how we can solve the numerical. Similarly, you can also calculate it by applying the formula. The formula states that, I will write the formula here. It states that weight of solute divided by weight of solution. Weight of solution, and mind it, both has to be in grams and multiplied by 100. So this is the formula for weight percent. If you want to use this formula, you can also calculate using the formula. In case you forget the formula, please try to remember the definition. You can easily calculate the weight percent of given solute in the solution. So now let us try to do the second numerical, what it is. So I have to rub this first. Please give me a minute. Now the second numerical is, first we will read the statement very carefully. It says that Ringer's solution is used in physiology experiments. A solution contains, now a solution is made up of so many components. It contains 6.5 gram NaCl, 0.20 gram sodium bicarbonate, 0.10 gram calcium chloride, and 0.10 gram potassium chloride. And he says that assume that 1 liter of water has been used to prepare the solution. So he says that to all these weighed compounds they have added 1 liter of water, and density of water is given, it is 1 gram per ml. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate first is mass fraction and weight percent of sodium carbonate. Second thing, he has asked us to which solute has the lowest weight percent in the solution. Now let us try to do the numerical, but first let us see what is given to us. First we will write whatever is given to us. First thing is given weight of NaCl, which is equal to 6.5 gram. Second thing he has given is weight of NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate. This is equal to 0.20 gram. Next thing is given is weight of calcium chloride. It is equal to 0.10 gram. Next is weight of KCl, which is equal to 0.10 gram again, and amount of water used to prepare solution. This is, he says here, it is written, it is 1 liter of water is equal to 1 liter equals to 100 ml. and its density is 1 gram per ml. So we can apply the formula for density. Density is given by, we will apply it here. So density is equal to mass divided by volume. Mass divided by volume. So by applying this formula, we can calculate the mass. Mass is equal to density into volume. As density is 1, so mass and volume for water, they are same. So we can write it equal to 1000 gram, as its density is 1. So it is equal to 1000 gram. So what will be the total weight of the solution? Now let us see total weight of solution. It is equal to weight of all the components plus weight of water. Weight of water is 1000 plus NaCl is 6.5 plus sodium bicarbonate is 0.20 plus calcium chloride is 0.10 plus KCl is 0.10. So if we add all these, it will come out to be equal to 6.5 plus 0.2 is 6.7. 6.7 plus 0.1 6.8. 6.8 plus 0.1 6.9. 1000 plus 6.9 is 1006.9. So this is the total weight of the solution. Now let us see what they have asked us to calculate. He says that calculate the mass fraction, first mass fraction of sodium bicarbonate in the solution. Now we know that the formula for mass fraction is, what is the formula? Mass fraction of any component, any component, it is equal to mass of that component. I am just writing by definition, divided by total mass of the component. Total mass of the all the components. So these components, they are in the form of solution. So we can simply write total mass of the solution. So putting these values, let us calculate mass fraction of, we have to calculate for sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3. It comes out to be equal to mass of NaHCO3 is 0.20 and mass of solution we have calculated, it is 1006.9. 1006.9. So this is the mass fraction of sodium carbonate, and it will come out to be equal to, if you solve it, it comes out to be equal to 0.2, if we assume that it equal to be 1000. Approximately we can say it is equal to 0.2 multiply by 0.2 multiply by 10 raised to the power minus 3. So when this 1000 it will go up, it will become 0 into 10 raised to the power minus 3. So this is the mass fraction of sodium bicarbonate. So we have solved this part. Second, he has asked us to calculate weight percent. Now weight percent means per 1000 gram. So this was in this mass fraction, this gives us weight of sodium bicarbonate per gram. So from here, what does it say? 1006.9 gram of solution contains 0.2 gram of sodium bicarbonate, and 1 gram contains 0.2 divided by 1006.9. So we can define a formula For calculating weight percent of solution, it is equal to mass fraction multiplied by 100. You can remember this formula to calculate weight percent of solution from mass fraction. This formula can be used. It says that weight percent of solution is equal to mass fraction into 100. Mass fraction we have already calculated. So weight percent comes out to be weight percent. It comes out to be equal to mass fraction is 0.2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 3 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 3, and to calculate weight percent we will multiply it by 100. So it will come out to be equal to 0.2 into 10 raised to the power minus 1, because it is 10 raised to the power minus 3, it is 10 raised to the power 2, it becomes 10 raised to the power minus 1, or we can write 0.02. So this is the weight percent of sodium carbonate, bicarbonate in the solution. So we have to calculate mass fraction. Mass fraction is this much, 0.2 into 10 raised to power minus 3, whereas weight percent is 0.02%. Okay. Now let us see the B part. Which solute has the lowest weight percent in the solution? Now the weight of solution is the same for all the solutes. So the solutes which have lowest weight, it will have lowest weight fraction, because lowest weight percent, because weight percent depends upon mass fraction. Mass fraction here, mass fraction is proportional to the mass of that component. So we can say weight percent is proportional to mass of the component. So from this you can see calcium chloride and KCl, they have the lowest weight, 0.10 gram and 0.10 gram. So the question was which solute has the lowest weight percent. So it is calcium chloride. The solute which have lowest weight percent is solute having lowest weight percent is calcium chloride and KCl, because their amount weight is least among the all. So that was all that we had to calculate. He asked us to find mass fraction, weight percent of sodium bicarbonate. Then he asked which solute has the lowest weight percent in the solution. So these calcium chloride and KCl, they have lowest weight percent. Why? Because they have lowest weight. So that's how we solve this numerical. Now let us move to next numerical, but for that we have to clear all this. So now let us read the statement of the numerical. It states that if a sample of water contains 30 ppb selenium, ppb is parts per billion. We will see what does it mean. How many micrograms? Now he says that calculate micrograms of selenium that are present in 100 ml of this water. Okay. So please again read it. A sample of water contains 30 ppb selenium. Okay, so he asks us to calculate the micrograms of selenium that are present in 100 ml of this water. Now first let us understand the meaning of parts per billion. ppb stands for parts per billion, and billion is 10 raised parts per billion, and billion is 10 raised to the power 9. Okay, mathematically, what does it mean? We will see. First, see billion is 10 raised to the power 9. So let us see the statement. Then we will write. He says that a sample of water contains 30 ppb selenium. So ignore this n. It is ppb stands for parts per billion, and billion is 10 raised to the power 9. Please ignore this n. So 30 ppb means that we have 30 grams of selenium in 10 raised to the power 9 gram. In 10 raised to the power 9 gram, 9 gram of solution. So that is the meaning of ppb. So 30 gram of selenium in 10 raised to the power 9 gram of solution. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate in 100 ml. Now you can see the solution is very dilute, just 30 gram in a 10 raised to the power 9, which is a very big number of solution. So we can say the solution will have same density as water, as the solution is dilute. So I will write, as the solution is dilute. So we can assume that, so density of water is same as that of solution. That means solution has same density as water. So because we have to calculate it per 100 ml of this water, but we are given that 30 gram dissolved in 10 raised power 9 gram of solution. We have to convert gram of solution to ml. So what we can say that 30 gram of selenium is dissolved in, considering the density of solution to be 1, it is dissolved in 10 raised to the power 9 ml, because we can apply the formula density is equal to mass per unit volume. As density is 1, so mass is equal to volume, ml of water. So from here we have this much statement, that 30 gram of selenium is dissolved in 100 ml of water, and we have to calculate it per 100 ml. So what we will do, we will apply the unitary method. So let us write reverse. Write that 10 raised to the power 9, 10 raised to the power 9 ml of water contains selenium is equal to 30 gram. So we can write that 10 to the power 9 ml of water contains selenium is equal to 30 grams. So how much will be contained in 1 ml? So 1 ml will contain selenium is equal to 30 divided by 10 raised to the power 9. So that is the amount of selenium present per ml. Now we have to calculate for 100 ml. So we will write here 100 ml, simple unitary method. 100 ml of solution or water, we can say solution will contain selenium is equal to 30 divided by 10 raised to the power 9, 30 divided by 10 raised to the power 9 multiplied by 100. Okay, now it is in grams. It comes out to be, so 30, it will come out to be 30 into 10 raised to the power 2 minus 9, 10 raised to the power minus 7 gram, but it is in grams. Now the author has asked us to find micrograms of selenium, so we have to convert grams to micrograms. This we can easily convert. 1 gram is equal to 10 raised to the power 10 raised to the power 6 micrograms. So in order to convert this gram to microgram, we will simply multiply it by 10 raised to the power 6. So we will write here 100 ml of this water will contain how much? 30 into 10 raised to the power minus 7 into 10 raised to the power 6 to convert it into microgram. This much micrograms of selenium. So if we solve it, 10 raised to the power minus 7 into 10 raised to the power 6 is 10 raised to the power minus 1. So 30 into 10 raised to the power minus 1 is equal to 3. So it will come out to be 3 microgram. So that is the required answer. He asked us to calculate micrograms of selenium in 100 ml of water. So to solve this numerical, we just need to know the meaning of parts per billion, which means a parts per 10 raised to the power 9 parts, as percentage is by 100. Percentage is by 100. Similarly, parts per billion is by 10 raised to the power 9. And similarly, we have a term ppm, parts per million, that we will do in our next numerical. So the answer is 3 microgram of selenium. Now let us move to our next numerical, and we have to clear all these things for that. Now next numerical is one drinking water sample has a lead concentration of 20 ppb parts per billion. Another has a concentration of 0.0030 ppm. Now ppm is parts per million. He asked us to which sample has the higher lead concentration. Now for these type of numericals, when we have to compare these two things, it is always better to convert the given data in one units. Now here one data is given in parts per billion, another is given in parts per million. So when we have to compare this, we first have to convert either ppm to ppb or ppb to ppm. So first thing is that we will see how we can convert ppb to ppm. So first I will write the meaning of ppb. ppb means parts per billion. It is equal to weight of solute, weight of solute divided by, so weight of solute divided by, wait a second, yeah, weight of solute divided by how much? 10 raised to the power 9. Weight of solution in 10 raised to the power 9. So this is parts per billion. Similarly, ppm, parts per million, it is again same. It is equal to weight of solute in gram, weight of solute in gram divided by, now million is 10 raised to the power 6 gram. It is not 10 raised to the power 9. We can write weight of solution. It is weight of solution. How much? 10 raised to the power 9. It is weight of solution is 10 raised to the power 6. Now if we divide these two, ppb divided by ppm, let us see what we will get. ppm, it is equal to, if we divide these two, it will be weight of solute, weight of solute divided by 10 raised to the power 9, which is divided by, again because we have to see for same weight of solute, we have weight of solute and this is divided by 10 raised to the power 6. Now weight of solute gets cancelled, so 10 raised to the power 6 will go upward, so we can write it as 10 raised to the power 6 divided by 10 raised to the power 9, and if you solve it, it will be 1 divided by 10 raised to the power 3. So we have ppb divided by ppm is equal to 1 by 10 raised to the power 3. From this we can write that ppm is equal to 10 raised to the power 3. So ppm goes here, 10 raised to the power 3 goes here. 10 raised to the power 3 times ppb. That is the simple formula. You can remember it to convert ppm to ppb. ppm is equal to 10 raised to the power 3 ppb. Okay. Now let us come to the numerical. The numerical was uh, one drinking sample has a lead concentration of 20 ppb, another has a concentration of 0.0030 ppm. Which sample has the higher lead concentration? What we will do, we will convert this ppm to ppb by applying this formula. So 0.0030 ppm, this is equal to, this comes out to be equal to 0.003 into 10 raised to the power 3 ppb. Now we have converted this ppm to ppb. So if we solve it, it will come out to be 3 ppb. Okay. This 0.003 ppm is 3 ppb. Now this solution is 3 ppb, this solution is 20 ppb. So this has higher solute, that means this is more concentration. 20 ppb solution of lead is more concentration than 0.0030 ppm. It was very easy numerical, just we have to make both units same. So we devised a method and I have given you a formula by which you can convert ppm to ppb. ppm is equal to 10 raised to power 3 pp